kitchen. I've my son with me again today. Jack's a real fan of Oriental food. And so today, because he buys a lot of mooncakes, we're going to make our own, and I'm going to show him how easy it is to do. So, here we go. We're going to start off with 2 eggs. So, you need them in there.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't know much about cooking, but I think it's just to crack these.
That was one outtakes. Right, okay, try and get a straight face. Okay, just break the eggs up, give them a little bit of a stir up.
This is my own whisking technique.
Oh, that's very well, Jack. Into that, we're going to put just granulated sugar. Some powdered milk. We're also going to add some corn flour or cornstarch.
Use my special technique.
Use your special technique.
Yeah, for science as well.
Yeah. Oh, I have desiccated coconut, and we're putting that in. There we go. Hang it lighter.
Yeah, I'm not going to stick it.
We also have cream. This is whipping cream going in. We also have 60 grams of cranberries going in to this.
I'm going to cut and fold.
Just, it doesn't matter, just put it all together. So you just blend this, but you want it blended so that everything is properly incorporated. So, we've got all the mix together, no lumps. Now, we're going to cook it. We've got our heat set at minimum and a dry, non-stick pan.
You wouldn't believe that I haven't cooked much, would you?
No, you look like a proper professional.
Yeah. Got the apron and everything.
You slowly just turn it over. This is going to take a goodly while. Now you keep the heat on minimum for this. And you slowly just turn it over.
I'm not doing a very good job of this.
You're doing well, you're doing fine. Absolutely fine. Make sure you get the bits from around the edges as well, because what we want this to do is cook uniformly. We want it all to cook at the same time, which is why it's on a minimum heat. And you can see that this has already started to come together. It's got a little bit more thick. I would imagine it takes between about 5 and 10 minutes.
It does seem like that's around about how long we've been doing it for.
And already this is starting to thicken. Well, that's going really well now. Now you can see the difference with this. It's coming together as a dough now.
It's also changed colour so slightly.
It has. It's gone darker. Okay. The next thing to do is, normally you would put this in cling film, but I don't keep cling film in my house because I do not manage it. So this now is going into this bag. Right. So what you would normally do is put this in cling film, if you can manage cling film. This sandwich bag is just as serviceable.
I know I can't manage cling film. We get it all tangled up.
What we're going to do is squeeze all the air out of that.
Alright.
Roll it up like this. And we're going to put this in the fridge, preferably overnight, but it needs to be absolutely cold. Right, we're about to make the outer coating for our mooncakes. Well, you are.
Yes. I've also just been informed that I'm going to have to get my hands in it again.
You may need to. Okay, in this bowl here we have chocolate syrup. It's the type of syrup that you put on ice cream and whatnot. I made my own, but I'm not going to go into that now. But chocolate syrup. Into that we've poured honey. I'll put the measurements up for you. We also have oil that is going in. So now what you need to do is stir that and bring it all together. Okay, that's wonderful. So leave the spoon in, otherwise that is going to make a big mess. Now we have just plain flour and cocoa powder, and that needs to be sieved into the mix. So you need to sieve that in, that puts a nice little bit of air in there. Now you want to mix all of this together and it will form a dough.
So you've got that beautiful chocolatey colour.
Oh, smells nice.
We're both very big fans of chocolate.
These are almost like Chinese bounty bars, aren't they?
Yeah, it's got a lot of coconut in it. In the middle mix, isn't it?
How are you doing?
You can start seeing the oil coming through now.
Yeah, and that's a really good mix. Okay, that's done. So now we just cover that with some plastic, and we're going to pop that to one side for about 15 minutes in the fridge. Well, our dough has chilled down completely. Look at that, looking quite solid. I do get it out eventually, but okay. So now what we need to do is measure out 23 grams of dough, because we're going to be using a 50-gram press, and so it needs to fit in there. So we're going to take off pieces, and we want 23 grams. It's very specific, I know. Oh, 20, bit too much.
22.
That's typical, isn't it? Oh.
23.
23. Right.
You weigh our wall.
Right, that'd be great. Then all you need to do is roll those into balls. Next. So we just keep on like this.
I'm just doing this.
Okay, so all of these have been made into balls of 23 grams now. Just going to cover these with a little bit of cellophane, and I'm going to pop these in the fridge while we get the other part ready. While our first set of fillings is in the fridge, just chilling down, we're now going to work on the chocolate. Now the chocolate paste, we need 21 balls of. So here we go.
Here we go.
Right. So we're going to measure these out into 20-gram balls, and we'll then be ready to put our cakes together. We've got one of our balls.
One of our mini balls.
And we're just kneading those so that it's gone like Play-Doh and it doesn't break or crack too much anymore. I'm going to flatten it out.
So I'm doing mine a little different. I'm just squeezing them in the palm of my hand like this. Oh, there you go, that's done it.
Done it? Lovely. Now I've got to do mine on the flat surface because I'm doing mine one-handed, aren't I?
You are.
And I'm making a little dip in mine, like that. I'm going to take one of these out. I'm going to lay my hand on here and put it in and cover.
Yeah, I'm doing the same.
This ball. So squeeze it together and roll. Oh wow, that's looking alright. Do you want to do yours?
I can do mine.
You do yours.
Okay, so you turn it over, push it down, Give it a good old squeeze. Oh, and
that's fine, don't worry.
There we go.
That looks beautiful. Should we change the mould?
We can change the mould.
We'll do a different one. We're supposed to be covering these as well. Right, give it a squish.
Other side.
And then I'm probably going to leave that on there. This is a bit... Oh, look, and it's pulled out again. But look!
They are
how
looking
beautiful
good.
is that?
Colour these. Oh
Yeah.
no, that needs to be...
I've got one here. So, we need to keep these covered as we go so they don't dry out. Well, we have laughed, I've got to say. But, look at these. How beautiful they look. Now, I did manage to do them one-handed, but as you can see, I've made a few little bits of errors. But look at the ones Jack made.
I found my talent in life.
What a good job. Anyway, these are ready for baking now. So, what we need to do is give them a spray of water. Then we're going to put them in a preheated oven at 180 degrees for 20 minutes. We're going to leave them to cool down at room temperature. Then we're going to do a taste test. I'll see you when these are cooked. Well,
Yeah.
that was fun.
That was an adventure. It's certainly something.
Well, I think these look beautiful. I am so pleased with them. And actually, I was useless at this. All the ones that have still got a little bit showing through are the ones that I did, but I did manage to do them with one hand.
Yep.
You, on the other hand, Jack,
Yes.
you got a career in making these.
I can make these for a living.
They were really good. Well, there's nothing more to do than to taste these, Jack. Cheers.
Cheers.
Mmm.
Mm.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, they're alright.
Oh, I could eat those. They're very good. You like?
I do, they're very nice. The chocolate's like constructed because it's quite a bit of chocolate compared to like some of the ones you get. In contrast with the sweetness of the...
I made my own syrup and I used 100% cocoa powder in it. So mine's quite dark. If you don't like dark chocolate, you can always use cocoa milk, cocoa in this, and the syrup is just regular syrup. Oh wow, they're good.
They're really good, I've eaten one.
It's 2 half bits if you want them.
That'll be good for now.
Do you know what? They're really delicious. They're still slightly warm. They should be cold, really. That outer is really crunchy. Bit like a bourbon biscuit.
And the inside is very cakey.
That is really, really
good.
tasty. Well, thank you. Have you enjoyed yourself?
I have very much enjoyed myself.
We've laughed. We have laughed.
We've laughed a lot.
So, have a go at these. They're not that hard. You want a 50 gram press for this recipe. They're absolutely delicious. They may be a little bit of mucking about, but do you know what? It's worth it. Really worth it to have something that's really completely different.
They're quite showy as well, aren't they? They're quite nice on a plate.
They would really, really stun people at a dinner party or something. Well, if you liked what you saw, please like, share and subscribe to see me or us making some delicious, cost-effective food. Thank you for watching.